Hi, I'm Brooke Cormier. I'm a full-time self-taught painter and I've been making a living from my art sales for the past 8 years. And I am not gifted. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while now because I'm reminded of it every time someone says,
"You have a God-given gift,"
or
"You're so lucky to have such talent,"
or
"I wish I were also gifted."
And today I'm here to tell you that is, quite frankly, BS. Becoming a talented artist has nothing to do with some God-given gift, and while I defend that statement, I'm gonna paint the Colosseum, because why not? So, let's talk about talent. I looked up the meaning of the word talent, and according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, talent is defined as a special, often athletic, creative, or artistic aptitude. Though the more I dove into various definitions of the word, the more I became aware of an ongoing debate, and that is talent something you're born with, or can it be developed? Speaking from my own experience, I do believe that people are born with natural inclinations towards certain things. From a very young age, I loved to create, whether that was drawing with crayons and markers, sculpting little figurines, or even making clothes for my teddy bears. These were the things that brought me joy, and as a result, I put more time and effort into them. In elementary school, when we had to make title pages for our science, English, and math binders, I would spend twice as long as any of my classmates working on my bubble letters and vigorously using my colored pencils until they were down to little stubs. And my teachers would praise me for them. And that felt good. So I kept doing it. I remember in the 7th or 8th grade, I put so much effort into a poster competition and ended up winning a lunch to the Mandarin, which is an all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant in my hometown. And damn, that felt good too. So I kept at it. Every time I had the chance to be creative, I would take it. And while many of my other peers excelled in language learning or science or sports, I excelled in art because I loved it. But I don't believe that I am gifted. I didn't come out of the womb instinctively knowing how to draw proportionately. I came out loving to create, and I spent a good chunk of my childhood fostering that love. So when it comes to talent, my personal definition is having the capacity for success from fostering a natural inclination, not an innate ability. Abilities and skills are acquired over time with practice and dedication, and that is what will make you a talented artist. So listen, if you're feeling down because you don't think you're quote-unquote talented enough to become a successful artist, you're tripping. You can learn the skills that will get you to where you want to be. The most important factor in your success will be your dedication to improve, and this is the mentality that I take with me when trying to cultivate any new skill. Take editing these videos, for example. 2 years ago, when I started taking my YouTube channel more seriously, I had no previous experience with making videos. I didn't know what editing software to use, what color grading was, how to add sound effects and restriction-free music, but I spent hours researching and learning. I asked knowledgeable friends, I looked up videos on how to achieve certain effects, and I got myself an Epidemic Sound subscription. And that has really brought my filmmaking skills
to the next level.
Epidemic Sound is a market-leading soundtrack innovation platform that offers over 50,000 songs and 200,000 sound effects with all rights included, so you can publish your content worldwide and not have to worry about those pesky copyright strikes. I truly learned the importance of sound design last year when I was making a video about my trip to Switzerland. I accidentally recorded all the footage with no audio. But it ended up being a blessing in disguise, because with Epidemic Sound, it was not only seamless to add Hollywood-grade sound effects from the world's top sound designers, but it also gave me complete control over the mood I was trying to convey. For this clip, I wanted to emulate the feeling of a peaceful morning in the mountains in an old wooden alpine hut. So I simply typed in wooden door creaks and birds chirping and mountain wind. I made my selection and just look at the difference it made. So if you're also on a journey of improving your filmmaking skills and bringing your stories to life, click the link in the description below and start soundtracking your content now with Epidemic Sound. Thank you to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. So, bottom line is, every skill is learnable, and I am a big believer of this. But it's one thing to learn a skill, and it's another thing to reach a level of mastery. This takes more than just practice and dedication. It also takes passion, a real love for your craft. I know that I have a long way to go before I can even consider calling myself a master of painting. But I'm confident that I can get there because I love what I do. And as long as I can remain dedicated to improving and passionate about what I'm creating, I actually feel really excited about my potential. This is a feeling I held close when I was deciding whether or not I should even try pursuing a full-time career as an artist. I kept thinking to myself, imagine what I could achieve if I dedicated my whole life to this thing that I love. If I spent every working day fostering my talent and learning and growing, 20, 30, 50 years from now, imagine the artist I could be. Imagine what I could achieve. Holding on to this image in my mind became the battery that fed my dedication. When I was having doubts, thinking about this version of myself where I was living life as a full-time artist and creating inspired work gave me the energy to keep going. And so, I kept going. I put in hours and hours and hours of practice, and I continue to do so today. And that has brought me to the point where some may consider me as a talented artist. Now I'd like to talk about luck. There have been times where I've told somebody that I'm a full-time artist and they say, "You're so lucky." And when I hear this, I feel conflicted because on the one hand, I am very lucky. I'm lucky to have been born into an upper middle-class family with 2 supportive parents who believed in me. I'm lucky that after I graduated, they let me live at home for free for a couple of years while I chased my dream of having a full-time art career. And I've been lucky with countless opportunities that have presented themselves to me since. But the most important thing that luck has played no part in is my artistic ability, my talent. Luck has nothing to do with skill development. Developing your skills is 100% within your control and cannot be attributed to some divine source. In my experience, the more I developed my skills and fostered my talent, the luckier I became. It was lucky for me to have found an art mentor right before I graduated university, but he wouldn't have agreed to mentor me had he not been impressed by my artistic abilities. It was luck that landed me an invitation to Creator Camp last year, where I met incredible people who have provided me with countless new opportunities. But I wouldn't have received an invitation had I not spent years building an online community through sharing my art. The more you focus on developing your skills and becoming the talented artist you know you can be, the more opportunities will present themselves, and the luckier you will become. So, it's easy to look at a talented artist and label them as gifted or lucky, but what you don't see is the thousands of hours they put into developing that talent. You don't see all the failures they've had to overcome and the moments of doubt and feelings of loneliness. There's an entire journey hidden behind that incredible painting or sculpture or film or whatever. So when you see an artist who you admire for their talent, I encourage you to ground that admiration in the fact that they didn't give up. Despite the inevitable low points, they kept going. They were dedicated and passionate because they loved their craft. And I encourage you to feel motivated by this because that potential is within you too. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it has left you feeling good and maybe like you want to create something. Or maybe you've been creating something this whole time. And if that's the case, then let me know in the comments. It's always interesting for me to know what we've been doing together for this past little while. If you like the video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm really going to be leaning into a lot of art advice stuff this year, but I will be sure to sprinkle some fun ones in there as well. Also, big life update, I am currently moving from my home in Toronto, Canada to Vienna, Austria. So,
Wow.
that's a big change. Things have been very hectic and you will probably be seeing a lot of different backdrops in the coming videos because I don't have a place to live yet. Still figuring a lot of stuff out, but hopefully I get settled into a studio soon after arrival and it's gonna be exciting. I will be sure to keep you updated on that, but I have a broadcast channel where I'll be posting in a lot more frequently on my Instagram called Studio Tings. If you want to join, you are free to join. Anyways, enough chit chat. Thank you again so much for watching. You know already how much I appreciate your likes and subscribes and comments and views and all that nice stuff. It really helps me and the channel. I also want to wish you a happy new year. I know that we're all gonna be great this year. We're all gonna slay it. We're gonna slay. I'm feeling very optimistic about this coming year and I hope that you are too. I hope you have an absolutely marvelous day. I'm Brooke Cormier and I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time.
Oh, that is quite frankly, oh.